match day 1 against Barbados in the debut of their head coach, Lee Bowyer. But since then, have fallen in the last 2 matches. But they are ahead of Barbados, who prop up the table. Montserrat need to be more stout in their defending, as they have given up goals in the first 10 minutes of each match. Had a wild one against Barbados, coming back to win 3-2 on match day 1 with a goal coming in the 98th minute. It's a good look at your all Honduran refereeing crew, led by Jose Valladares. Montserrat in their green kits with white trim, getting ready to come out of the tunnel here, the Estadio Nacional de Football in Managua. Plenty of young talent mixed with veteran journeymen for this Montserrat side, the majority who play their football in England. Led by their goalie, Brooks, who started his career at Fulham and played for the reserves before spending the majority of his career in Cyprus. And ahead of him was their captain, Craig Bram. Meanwhile, Nicaragua looking to make it a perfect 4-for-4 and do the double over Montserrat. Looking to enjoy themselves in front of their home fans. It's a festive atmosphere and a party mood in Managua, as these fans expecting all 3 points to stay perfect as they look to stay in the driver's seat in Group B, where the winners will be promoted to League A for next year's Concacaf Nations League. Well, before kickoff, and already a tremendous atmosphere. Nicaragua beating Montserrat 3-0 on Friday evening. Goals in the 5th minute from Perez, the 72nd from Medina, and then in the 90+4 stoppage time from Montes. As the players make their way onto the pitch to a rapturous reception from the Nicaraguan fans.
Señoras y señores, les pedimos por favor conservar un minuto de silencio en memoria de Virginia Lozo, amada hija, hermana, amiga, futbolista y periodista que ha pasado a la presencia del Señor. Descanse en paz, Virginia Lozo. Muchísimas gracias. Les pedimos que no se envíen para escuchar las notas sagradas del himno nacional de Montserrat, seguido del himno de Nicaragua.
Volume rising at the Estadio Nacional de Football. Nicaragua looking to do the double of Montserrat in the space of 4 days. It's a 3-0 win on Friday evening. Looking for more of the same in front of their home fans. As we take a look at the starting lineups, and first for the home side, this 19-year-old Cesar Salandia, who got the clean sheet against Montserrat on Friday, retains his place. Josue Quijano is the all-time cap leader for Nicaragua, while Juan Barrera, wearing the captain's armband, is the all-time goal scorer. Good look at your all-Honduran refereeing crew for this evening. Jose Valladares in the center will be assisted by Gerson Orellana. On the near side, Jesus Tabora is assistant referee number 2, and the 4th official is Jefferson Escobar. For the visitors from Montserrat, Corin Brooks, the 35-year-old in goal. Helping him along his back line is Nico Gorlin, who plays for Solojol Moors, where he is on loan from Birmingham City. James Comley will also be helping in the defense, as you get a good look at their captain, Craig Bram, getting his 24th cap this evening for Montserrat. Plays his club ball for Dulwich Hamlet, doing the coin toss. Nicaragua looking to stay perfect in the group. 10 goals for, just 1 goal conceded. Montserrat started off well with that 3-2 win over Barbados, but have been kept scoreless since. So Valladares getting set to get this match underway. Good look at the Montserrat subs. The one notable absence is Lyle Taylor, who received a red card in the 48th minute of the first leg. He has Montserrat's 2 goals in these Nations Leagues. The other one was an own goal in that 3-2 win over Barbados, as it is the visitors who will get us underway in Managua. You're underway. Wasn't a bad first move from Montserrat. It's a nice little dummy to let that ball go. And running out of room on the far side. It's Nicaragua's chance to fashion their first attack of the evening. Seven of the starting 11 for Nicaragua play their club ball domestically with Real Esteli, Nicaragua's most decorated club, who are currently in first place in the Nicaraguan Apertura. Eight of the 23-man roster play their club ball for Real Esteli. Spancy Hernandez. Montes, scorer of the 3rd and final goal in stoppage time to put the punctuation mark on that 3-0 win over Montserrat on Friday. It's hooked clear. Well, he got a ball, but it was the follow-through. So the foul called against Harold Medina. It's the score of the second goal. The 3-0 win against Montserrat, as he bulldozed his way into Dyer. For Montserrat, it'll be all about getting through the first 10 minutes, as we mentioned. Have given up goals inside the first 10 minutes of each of their first 3 games here in the Concacaf Nations League. Quijano. Herrera looking to thread through. It'll be the first corner kick of the game for the home side. As Bram wants more communication, didn't realize he had a player on his back. It's Medina who will take. Doesn't beat the defender at the near post. Medina will let it roll out for a Nicaraguan throw-in. Medina bounces off the challenge. It's a good ball put in. It'll be the second corner kick for the home side. He took a knock for his troubles, but it was an important piece of defending. The first one was a line drive right at that near post. And he needs to beat the first defender. It's good to see that Kiernan's okay. It's brave defending from the 19-year-old. Nicaragua have crowded the 6. And they look for something straight from the training ground. Left back off, Medina pops it in. Still might be something on here. Montserrat finally able to clear their lines. Nicaragua to come again in the 6th minute. Hernandez. Clear by Fletis. Room to operate. Slid in, the offside flag is up. Jesus Tabora getting the call right. Really no doubt about that one at all. So free kick for Cornyn Brooks in the 7th minute. Driven out wide for Mason. Mason steps inside one. Perhaps holding the ball just a bit too long, and the break could be on here if Nicaragua could hurry. Four players to find in the box. Ball comes across. Corner number 3. Graham and Co. need to sort it out. As the ball put into a dangerous area. And Nico Gordon getting back to help out Bram. Manita in his normal position over the dead ball. Comes in toward the near post looking for the flick on. It will be a Montserrat goal kick. So a few nervy moments for Cornyn Brooks. Has yet to really be called into action. As Montserrat look to work their way out of the back. Now looking to go direct. This one will come all the way through for Salandia. Acevedo. Oh, lovely disguised ball into the feet of the attacker. The shot always skewing away from goal. It was a beautiful ball played into the feet of Jacob Montes. Just couldn't wrap his foot around it to get the effort on target. 24-year-old grew up in Mission Viejo, California. Made his professional debut with Portland Timbers too, before winning an NCAA championship with Georgetown. Montes represented the U.S. at the U19 level before switching to Nicaragua. He was born to an American mother and Nicaraguan father, and now plays his club ball at Botafogo in Brazil. Opportunity again. The offside flag is up again. He's been a busy man on that far side. Jesus Tabora, the assistant referee number 2. Nicaragua need to hold their runs. Montserrat have done a good job of having that back line step up in unison. Another Brooks free kick. Nicaragua pressing high. He's going to push everyone forward. Has Barrera in support. Montes. This one will skip all the way through. And Brooks will let it roll over the end line for a goal kick. Frustration for Quijano and co. So they've done a good job to win the ball in some dangerous areas, get forward pretty quickly, but it's that final ball that's lacking. Still plenty of time for them to get it right as they look to keep Montserrat pinned in here. Oh, and a lovely turn to open up the space. Mason's cross in. Acevedo will get it back. Long ball over the top, and the offside flag is up again. That's the right idea. Pereira leaving the starting gates just a split second too early. Nicaragua look to build in the 14th minute. Acevedo screaming for the ball on this near side. Brings it down effortlessly. Gonna play it forward. Acevedo. This one rolled all the way back for Salandia. Nicaragua to try the far side in the 15th minute. And that's a late challenge. And free kick. Will it be anything more? Looks like it's just going to be a talking to as Luis Coronel is brought down. Luis Coronel wearing the number 13, his brother Jason Coronel wearing number 14. Both of them play for Deriangen in the Liga Primera de Nicaragua. It's Acevedo. It's adept at getting forward the left back. Had a brace on match day 1 against the Dominican Republic. 2 goals in the space of 3 minutes for Acevedo. And so far, Nicaragua haven't been able to find anything in the first 15 plus minutes. Started with a 2-0 win at the Dominican Republic. Have them 3 points ahead of them at the halfway stage. And then a 5-1 thumping of Barbados before the 3-0 win against Montserrat on Friday evening. As you can see, Nicaragua with the lion's share of possession. Outpossessed Montserrat on Friday night, 64% to 36%. Also outshot them 28-4. So far they've been able to work the ball in deep, but haven't gotten any real shots of note off yet. This one's played to the far side. Immediately brought down by Quijano. Quijano continued his run. Quijano will have to let this one go as the throw will go the other way. Be a throw for Dorset, who plays for Reading. Hooked forward. Oh, and that a bit of a dangerous ball. Brooks is able to deal with it. Now Montserrat looking to come forward. Nicaragua quickly win it right back. Montserrat's shape has been good in the early exchanges. Just need to string a few more passes together once they get it. Good by Lopez. Pereira. Another throw in for Quijano. Another corner kick for the home side. Pereira still looking to open his account in the Nations League. Plenty of movement in between the penalty spot and the 6. The referee spotting something he's not happy with. Sees some conversation with Medina, one of the Montserrat defenders. Corner taken short. Space is opened up. That's kind of been the story of the early going for Nicaragua. Have combined to put themselves in these kind of positions, but Luis Coronel will want that one back. This shot, nothing to concern Brooks in the end. And a Montserrat player down at the top of the box. It's the captain, Craig Bram, who looks to be all right. Marco Figueroa, some instruction for his Nicaraguan players. 61-year-old Chilean who was capped 7 times by Chile, who joined from Cobreloa in the Chilean Premier League in 2022. This one over the top. Clearance from Kiernan. Acevedo. Dispossessed. Nicaragua win it right back. Cornell. Acevedo is seeing a lot of the ball in the early exchanges. He's a bit ambitious. We'll go out for a Nicaragua throw. 22nd minute. Another throw for Quijano. It's Acevedo once again. Hernandez flips it toward the back stick, but headed away. Now Montserrat with a chance to get players forward. It's Jason Cornell who's whistled for the foul, the older of the Cornell brothers. As he brought down Strawbridge. Strawbridge plays for Fleetwood United in the United Arab Emirates, which is the brother club of Fleetwood Town. Nico Gordon tried to flight it to the far side. Not enough air on it, but Montserrat maintained possession. And it's opened up for Mason. Left back for Strawbridge. Cross from Cumley is a good one. And nobody in a Montserrat jersey attacking it. Mason fisted toward the top of the box. This is better for Montserrat, but they give the ball away in midfield. Space is open on the far side. Barrera working his magic. Still going. He's looking for Quijano and swept out of bounds. It'll be a thrown for Nicaragua. There's more defending for Dorset. The referee's going to have a talk with Medina. I think he just went over, make sure both players calm down. Now he'll allow the throw. Strawbridge. Strawbridge continued his run down the near side. Instead, the ball goes far. Dean Mason. Gordon's ball in was a tough one. Montserrat back on it in a flash, and they'll reset through their keeper Brooks. Acevedo. Lopez. One back by Montserrat. Been able to catch up to it. Would have been 3-on-3 on the far side. Instead, it's a thrown for Montserrat. 27th minute. Dorset will leave it off. Free kick from Montserrat. So it's Kiernan who was brought down. 19-year-old winning his 6th cap tonight. A chance for Montserrat to swing this one into the danger area. Nicaragua holding a high line. It's Joseph Taylor to take the free kick. That was a decent ball. Nothing to concern Salandia, so it'll be a goal kick for Nicaragua. Acevedo. Juan Luis Perez. Marvin Fleitas gets it forward. Offside flag up against Nicaragua once again. Been caught straying offsides on multiple occasions inside these first 30 minutes. Fleitas to bring it forward for the home side. Approaching the half-hour mark in Managua. Nicaragua trying to remain perfect in Group B of League B. Montserrat have proved hard to break down inside this first half hour. Montez looking to change that. Rolls it out wide. Quijano continued his run. It's smashed into touch. Be a thrown for Nicaragua. Dorset has been busy on the left-hand side. More work to do here. Coronel has a shot. Jason Coronel with plenty of options forward. Perhaps a bit ambitious. Dorset is struggling, as is Brooks. Referee calling for the trainer as Cornan Brooks is down. The 35-year-old looks to be in some real discomfort. Kimani Nelson is the backup goalkeeper on the bench for Montserrat. Nicaragua has had a lot of the possession, but Marco Figueroa's side frustrated by their inability to create inroads in and around the 18, as evidenced by that last shot from Jason Coronel from distance. Figueroa very animated, speaking with his charges. Striker in his playing days, Figueroa played for Club America in Mexico, as well as Cobreloa. Said he coached later on in his career as well, before coming to Nicaragua. Two of just a few of the many stops in the career of the Chilean Marco Figueroa. good news is that Brooks looks to be okay. Lee Bowyer in conversation with his assistants. Volume rising as Nicaragua comes forward. And again, the move peters out as this time the pass overcooked. And Quijano couldn't get to it in time. Felt a little bit like Brooks was testing himself with that long ball he just played out and seemed a bit ginger about it as well. He's gonna test it out again. Montez has his pocket picked. Ball was looking for the run of Strawbridge. The throw in for Nicaragua, a free kick rather. Oh, throwing. Oscar Acevedo looking for options. Montes, Quijano. Patience from Fleites in Nicaragua. As they try to break down what has been a very organized Montserrat defense, but they might have found an opening here. Sent across. Goes behind Coronel. Inside the final 10 minutes of the opening 45. Lifted toward the back post. That the best opportunity so far beyond the outstretched boot of Pereira. But they're starting to find some holes in the Montserrat defense. Quickly takes it. Quijano. And that'll be another free kick for Nicaragua, much to the chagrin of the Montserrat bench. So Lopez is going to come forward. Pereira being marked by Gordon. Luis Coronel lining up just offside. Hernandez, one of the two Nicaraguan players who's over the dead ball. Medina scoops it across, cleared off the line, and headed in. It's taken a while, but Nicaragua finally have their goal. Unable to break Montserrat down from open play. Nicaragua able to strike from the set piece as it was headed in by the center back, Juan Luis Perez. Opened the scoring with a header on Friday evening and does the same again. This time in the 38th minute. Easiest of headers in the end, but he climbed the ladder highest. His header on Friday came in the 5th minute. This one in the 38th. Nicaragua looking for more. And coming across to make the challenge was Bram. This was Acevedo who brought him down. Good defending from the captain, coming over in cover to cut that out. Nico Gordon with the free kick for Montserrat. Thrown for Acevedo. Inside the final 5 minutes of the first half. The cross. Shouts for a handball, fall on deaf ears. Montserrat clears. I don't think there was anything in it. 5th corner kick of the game for the home side. Again, they elect to go short. Luis Perez heading in on the goal line in the 38th minute to give Nicaragua the 1-0 lead. For a Montserrat side who defended so well in this first half. Unfortunate to be undone by a set piece. Space for Gordon to get forward. Mason. Dyer plays it across. Nicaragua win it back. Barrera off to the races. Graham policing him. Barrera steps inside. Plays it across. Helped on. Flag stays down. The turn and finish. Luis Coronel. This time they get their goal from open play. And look what it means. Fine flowing move, swept from one side to the other. Coronel with the turn and finish. Did well to sort his feet out. And then steer it to the far post beyond the outstretched Brooks and the Montserrat goal. Barrera making sure that he wasn't interfering with the play. Luis Coronel gives Nicaragua a 2-0 lead. They're off to the races again here, Nicaragua. Oh, and they make it 3 before halftime. Lopez. Two goals in the space of 5 minutes. Have the home side comfortably in the lead as we head toward first half stoppage time. This time the flag stays down. Brooks with the save. Acevedo. Oh, they're really looking in the mood now, Nicaragua. 2 minutes. 2 minutes added on to the end of the first 45. Two extra minutes for Nicaragua, who are playing their best football right at the end of the half. It's another good ball in. It'll be another corner kick, 6th of the game for the home side. Dorset has been very busy in this first half. The goal scorer, Coronel. One of many players looking to get on the end of this one. It's a good ball in, punched away by Brooks, only as far as the top of the box. Left out. Quijano stands it up. And Perez's header pushed over the crossbar by Brooks. That's another great service in, and this time it skips all the way through. Took a touch off a Montserrat player on its way. This the 9th corner, or the 8th corner of the first half, rather. Acevedo's free at the top of the box. Couldn't keep his effort down. And that will do it. Nicaragua had the lion's share of possession throughout the first half, but looked bereft of ideas inside the final 25 yards. But they open things up, getting their first goal through Juan Luis Perez in the 38th minute off of a free kick. And then Luis Coronel scoring 5 minutes later after a fine flowing move to give Nicaragua the 2-0 lead at halftime. At the break, it's Nicaragua 2, Montserrat 0. Welcome back to the Estadio Nacional de Football in Managua, as Nicaragua have a 2-0 lead heading into the final 45 minutes. Salandia looking for his second consecutive clean sheet against Montserrat in the space of 4 days. 45 more minutes for his defense to help keep that clean sheet and get all 3 points for Nicaragua. Substitutions made at halftime for Nicaragua. We'll tell you about them as we get confirmation of those who came in. Rain coming down in waves, but the fans enjoying themselves, enjoying the 2-0 lead. Quijano swings it to the top of the box. Quijano gets it out wide, and it'll be a free kick for Nicaragua. It's the referee not bothering to play advantage. Over to the far side, clipped in. Strawbridge for Montserrat. Montserrat had been decent in possession in the midfield, but when they look to go forward, that's when Nicaragua have been able to win the ball back with relative ease. Acevedo cuts inside. What an effort. In Books with a sigh of relief as he sees that one flash across his goal. It's good hold-up play. It'll be a free kick. So it was Jacob Montes who came out, replacing him at halftime, Matthias Montserrat. Montserrat, who plays his club ball in Norway. The other match in this group, it's the Dominican Republic with a 2-1 lead over Barbados. So if both matches were to end right now, the table would remain pretty much the same, with Nicaragua with a 3-point lead over the Dominican Republic. With those two teams set to meet on the final match day, as a chance has opened up here. Played across, off the post and smashed in. And in the downpour, Montserrat are being swept away. It's the substitute who scores with literally his first touch. Montserrat, Johnny on the spot to bang home the rebound. How about that for an entrance? It was almost an own goal, and Montserrat quickest to pounce. So once again, not much Brooks could do in the Montserrat goal. Tried to scoop it out of harm's way, but it was Montserrat who arrived to it first. goal kick. If you're Nicaragua, you don't want to let up, because with these results holding, and if both teams win their penultimate match, and then Nicaragua facing off against the Dominican Republic on match day 6, goal difference could very well come into play if the Dominican Republic were to win that game and level things up on points. Still, of course, the second half to go in both this one and the match between Dominican Republic and Barbados. And then Nicaragua will face off against Barbados. Well, Montserrat will take on the Dominican Republic on match day 5. Same can be said for not conceding goals if you're Montserrat, considering that the battle for relegation could also come down to goal difference, depending on how things shake out. So this will be a free kick for Taylor. You go in down 2-0 at halftime, you say, you know, we get the next goal and we get it relatively quickly. We're still very much in with a shout, but then to give up that goal just 3 minutes into the second half, really deflating for Montserrat. Still, though, a goal in the next 10 minutes, and they would be right back into this one. Albeit it's a considerable hill to climb. Nicaragua now playing with a lot more freedom and confidence as the space is opened up again. Just beyond the run of Barrera. Brooks will roll it out for Dorset. Strawbridge applauds the effort. Quijano with the throw-in. Inside for Montserrat. Montserrat, still going Montserrat. Finally shielded off. The clearance only as far as Medina. And off the referee. This is going to be a drop ball. The other sub for Nicaragua at halftime was Vidman Talavera, 20-year-olds. He's the only Real Esteli player not to feature in the starting 11. But all 8 Real Esteli players on this Nicaraguan 23 playing a part in this one tonight. It's the shot right into the breadbasket of Brooks. Love Montserrat's commitment to building out of the back, although it has gotten them into trouble on some occasions, and it could again here. Montserrat. He's working on Comley. Flatus. Quijano. Oh, and a lovely service in. The space at the top of the box, but the shot dragged wide. For a Frustration for Hernandez. Montserrat had the turn but couldn't find his second of the evening. At walking pace. Well, the rain not deterring these Nicaraguan fans. Talavera with a lovely ball in. But the shot scooped over. I believe the offside flag was up. Nevertheless, against Montserrat. What a ball that was from Talavera. You can see Barrera asking for the tap-in. In the end, perhaps the offside flag sparing Talavera's blushes, or Montserrat's blushes rather. It's the free kick won by Clifton. Joseph Taylor was over it. We'll get it off for Dorset. Strawbridge. He's unable to sidestep the defender, but it'll be another throw in for Dorset and co. Dorset's going to leave this one off for Kiernan. Year-old with a long throw to the edge of the box. Strawbridge, place it back. It wasn't a bad effort. It's a juicy rebound. And a good recovery from Salandia. The offside flag was up. 34-year-old Clifton applauds the effort. You can see that he was offside as that shot came in. That shot actually coming off the outside of the post. That Salandia had done enough making the save on the first shot with Clifton offside. Out by Jason Coronel, the elder of the Coronel contingent. Comley asking for movement. Nicaragua looking to break. Talavera is trying to catch Brooks unawares at his near post. See the idea, but the shot curled wide. He's been good since coming on. Vitamin Talavera, just 20 years of age. Acevedo. You can see the pitch coming into play there. It's that ball looking for Bouncy Hernandez. On a normal day, I think he would have been able to reach it, but the way that it skipped off this sloppy wet turf. approaching the hour mark in Managua. The home side with a comfortable 3-0 lead over the visitors from Montserrat. Looking to remain perfect in Group B of League B. Looking to add to their tally. First corner kick of the half for Nicaragua, 9th of the game. So they get the flick on at the near post. Just have to reset. Quijano in support. Hernandez out wide for Acevedo. Shot rolled in. Doesn't make its way through. Nicaragua still have something on. Montserrat finally able to clear their lines. Quijano. Clifton. Kiernan. It's a little bit of space to operate. Pass in between two Montserrat players. Oh, and that's a late challenge. One born more frustration than anything from the captain, Craig Bram. Second Montserrat player to go into the referee's book this evening, as Corin Brooks went into the referee's book early in the first half. Now Bram joins him. First change of the game for Montserrat, as off comes James Cumley. Replaced by Lewis Dewberry, a 20-year-old winning his 7th cap for Montserrat. This is club ball for Fisher. Quijano. Talavera. Medina. Pop back out wide for Quijano. He's being policed by Kiernan. Nicaragua do so well to get players swarming around the ball and try and win it back. Haven't allowed Montserrat any time to pick their heads up and assess their options. Things getting a bit chippy here. As Pereira was getting into it with Dyer. Frustration for the 33-year-old, who has played in Sweden's top division with Elfsborg. Currently plays for Wealdstone. '65th minute. Nicaragua with goals in the 38th minute from Juan Luis Perez, the 43rd from Luis Coronel, and then the 48th from Matthias Moldskred. Brought down by Talavera. The youngster has been lively since coming on. He's not going to get a free kick this time around. Quijano trying to make his way forward. He concedes the free kick. This is good shielding and strength from Strawbridge. I believe it's Dorset who's down behind the play. More changes in the offing for Nicaragua at the next substitution opportunity. A chance perhaps for Barrera. Was able to block the clearance from Brooks. Still chasing it down, Barrera. Thrown for Montserrat. So that will be the last action for Barrera as he comes off to rapturous applause. He'll hand the captain's armband off as he makes his way off the field. Coming on for him will be Ariana Smith. Joining Smith on the field is Brandon Arana. Changes coming in the 69th minute. Thrown from Dean Mason. It's Harold Medina who came off to be replaced by Arana. Barrera replaced by Smith. Smith, just 24 years of age, started his career with Real Esteli, but now plays his club ball in Lithuania. Smith had a goal against Barbados. There's just so much talent coming off this bench for Nicaragua. So this one fizzed across. That was a nice turn. Good hold-up play from Adrian Clifton. Jason Coronel did well to match him step for step. It's been a frustrating evening for Boyer. What a career Lee Boyer had. One cap for England, and also played for the likes of Leeds and West Ham, as well as Newcastle. Nicaragua played a bit stiff in the opening exchanges. We'll get back to that in a second as the space is opened up. Ed Smith so close to repeating the feat of Montserrat, which was scoring with almost his first involvement. Could see he went for the outside of the boot finish. Couldn't get enough curl on it. Montserrat. Rare miscue from Quijano. He's usually so assured in possession. Strawbridge is able to escape the pressure. Talavera read it well as he tracked back to cut out the passing lane. Welcome back to the Estadio Nacional in Nicaragua as we are getting set to restart after the delay due to lightning strikes in the area. Nicaragua with the 3-0 lead. And they look to be preparing another change. As on comes Junior Arteaga, who plays for Club Deportivo Walter Ferretti, domestically in Nicaragua. And we'll see if this break has helped Montserrat for these final 16 minutes. That's certainly offside. Well, the other match has ended. Dominican Republic running out 5-2 winners against Barbados. Dorney Romero with the hat trick. Now has 6 goals in his last 3 games. As Montserrat looking to see if they can get on the board here. Quickly off his line was Salandia. Rammed into Kiernan as well. Dorset coming up to take this throw-in. We'll leave it off for Kiernan. Clifton trying to win a corner kick. Nicaragua do well not to allow it over their end line. Bram is in a foot race with Smith. And Smith will be whistled for the foul. Take a look again as Smith catching Bram. 77th minute. The rain has gone away. Hopefully the lightning has too. Kiernan had straight offside, but the pass is picked off. That's a lovely dribble from Talavera, who's brought down. Nice, amazing dribbler, Talavera. Brought down by Louis Dewberry. Goals coming really either side of halftime for Nicaragua. It was Juan Luis Perez in the 38th, Luis Coronel in the 43rd, and then Matthias Moldskred came on as a substitute at halftime, scoring in the 48th. A bit of deja vu for Nicaragua as Juan Luis Perez opened the scoring on Friday evening against Montserrat with a header. That coming after just 5 minutes, had to wait till the 38th minute this time around, but repeated the trick, and it set Nicaragua on their way. With confirmation of that 3 points for Dominican Republic. At the moment, they're level on 12 points rather, or 9 points rather, but now Nicaragua, if they can hold on through these final 12 plus minutes, they will go ahead and stay in first at 12 points as they look to remain perfect in Group B of League B, as only the group winners get promoted to League A for next year's Concacaf Nations League. And meanwhile, Montserrat and Barbados, well, after this one's confirmed, with both of them losing both on match day 3 and match day 4, are going to have to battle it out to make sure they evade relegation to League C. As Taylor is given a yellow card for persistent infringements, you can see the referee come up to him and stick out his fingers and say 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a yellow card. Montserrat without their other Taylor this evening, and Lyle Taylor was red carded in the 48th minute of the first match between these two sides on Friday evening, and the turnaround of Group B. Coming into this one, he had the 2 of Montserrat's 3 goals by Montserrat players, as the other one was an own goal against Barbados. So far this evening, nobody has been able to pick up the goal-scoring slack left by Lyle Taylor. Smith is onside. Smith lashes it across the face of goal and out for a goal kick. Strawbridge able to win the throw-in, which he'll leave off for Kiernan. As the rain has returned. Doesn't seem to bother those Nicaragua fans, though. Gordon lifts it into the area. And Salandia punches away with authority and is fouled in the process. Clifton didn't really think there was anything in it. Did have both hands on the back of Acevedo, but I think Clifton has a case. Smith. Taylor. Clifton was unable to turn Flatus. It will be a throw-in for Lee Bowyer's men. A little bit of keepy-uppy from Lee Bowyer, showing he's still got it. This time it'll be a free kick for Nicaragua. That even though Clifton got the brunt of it. It's a cynical smile on the face of Lee Bowyer, asking how the free kick's gone the other way. Into the final 7 minutes from Managua. An identical scoreline to that from match day 3 4 days ago. They're looking to add to it here. Talavera. Corner kick number 10 for Nicaragua. And they go short once again. Long distance effort. Came off the boot of the substitute, Brandon Arana. Salandia hasn't had too much to do tonight, but he's on his way to another clean sheet. No small feat for the 19-year-old. Nicaragua comfortable in possession. The flags stay down. Montserrat looking to get by the double team. Waits for the support to arrive. Another long-range shot, takes a deflection along the way. As it hit off of Dorset from Keanu. This one fizzed across. It was nearly headed in. Almost directed toward the far corner from Fleites, the center back. He's looking to join his center back partner on the score sheet. Nicaragua will run out of real estate on the far side. Serrana, who was trying to work his way down the touchline. Be a throw-in for Montserrat, nicknamed the Emerald Boys, because the island resembles that of the coastline of Ireland. You can see that on their jerseys as well, which are beautifully designed. So far it's been Los Pinoleros of Nicaragua, which have had the better of the Emerald Boys from Montserrat. As the offside flag is up. There's a Montserrat player down behind the play. Referee Jose Valladares coming over to check on him. It's Mason who's struggling. Very humid night in Managua. first two runners were definitely offside. Talavera wasn't, but the pass was cut out. Intercepted by Fletes. So unable to skip by Dorset. Taylor, inside for Kiernan. Get it back. Pushed along for Clifton. Waiting for Kiernan on the overlap. Kiernan can't get by Quijano. Offside once again. Nicaraguan forwards haven't been the best at timing their runs tonight. Just another change in the offing for Montserrat, as off will come Dean Mason, who was down moments ago. And in his place will come Siegel Rodney. So for the second straight game, the 20-year-old is on as a sub. And winning his third cap, Rodney. All that's left to see how much time will go up on the fourth official's board. Well, no stoppage time needed. Nicaragua complete the double over Montserrat as they run out 3-0 winners, maintain their perfect record and their place at the top of Group B in League B, heading into the final two games of the Concacaf Nations League. Plenty of defending to do for Montserrat, and they held on until the 38th minute when Lon Luis Perez opened the scoring. Luis Coronel followed up 5 minutes later, and confirming all 3 points just 3 minutes after halftime was Matthias Moldskred. Nicaragua, dominance in possession and dominant on the scoreboard. As for the second consecutive game, they run out 3-0 winners over Montserrat. match day 4 in Group B of League B in the Concacaf Nations League. Nicaragua looking to maintain their perfect record against Montserrat, a team they beat just 4 days ago, 3-0. The captains exchanging handshakes. And Nicaragua would be dominant from the off, creating early chances, and this winning their first of 11 corner kicks on the evening. They were thwarted, though, quite a few times by the offside flag. As a bit more discipline was needed from their front run in holding their runs. And especially in the first 30-35 minutes of this game, they were dominant in possession, but really bereft of ideas inside the final 30 yards. That, the closest they came, is Acevedo's ball just eluding Barrera. It was shaping up to be that kind of night for them, but then they would get a free kick, and it was lifted in, and the header popped up in the air, and quickest to react was Juan Luis Perez, the big center back, opening the scoring just as he did 4 days ago with the header to take the 1-0 lead for Nicaragua over Montserrat. This the easiest of finishes in the end, but still had to react quickest and use his strength to hold off all comers. Lovely ball played in, and Acevedo doing the right thing, putting the ball back into the danger area. Dorset could only pop his header in the air, and Perez popped his into the net. And then that would open things up for Nicaragua, who played a much more loose and comfortable, as Montes would leave this off for Luis Coronel, who would turn and finish. 2 goals in the space of 5 minutes right at the end of the first half to set Nicaragua on their way. Just look at this, lovely turn, sorts his feet out and passes it into the net. Barrera in an offside position, making sure not to interfere with the play. Neatly disguised pass. And Coronel making no mistake. And then it could have been lights out before halftime, but Brooks came to the rescue for Montserrat. It was Nicaragua in the driver's seat at halftime. And then right off the bat, Nicaragua would close things out as they would create chance after chance. Just like the rain, they were coming at Montserrat in waves. And it was the substitute, Montserrat, who would get on the end of another scramble, the ball pinballing around in the box, and he would volley home the 3rd goal. 3 goals to make sure of all 3 points for Los Pinoleros. Quickest to pounce, and the substitute with literally his first action on the pitch, slamming home the insurance goal. And they would continue to come, as it was Montserrat once again, and perhaps the offside flag sparing his blushes. You could see Barrera wanted it for a tap-in. Montserrat would create a few chances. The rebound off the outside of the post, but it was offside as well, so it wouldn't have counted even if Clifton had been able to roll it in. More corners, more chances for Fleitas and co. So he did well to snap his header toward the back post, but Brooks happy to see it fly wide. And Nicaragua remain perfect in Group B heading into the final 2 matches as they run out 3-0 winners against Montserrat. I'm Mark Serber saying so long from Managua, where it finishes Nicaragua 3, Montserrat 0.